Anjana here. Mobile apps have become an indispensable part of our life. We have different apps catering to different needs, and sometimes super apps offering various features. In the beginning of last decade, there came an app called ChangePy. As the name implies, it was a clarion call for change. Change what? Let's explore with Navisham Kaur Garewal, co-founder of ChangePy. Welcome to Pep Talk. So ChangePy was launched in April 2013. That means almost 3 years short to make a decade. I understand it's a platform where the public can raise concerns on urban issues that affect them directly. So how do you elaborate it? What are the activities?
So ChangeBuy is essentially a civic tech startup. That's a space in which it can be categorized. It's a data analytics company wherein we collect a lot of images from the ground. These images are geotagged images. So these images, for example, are of the bad roads or garbage dumps or broken footpaths. So we use a lot of machine learning and we do a lot of image processing and we make sense out of this data in a way that it can actually solve the problems that we as a country face, and this is what exactly it's about.
Okay, so when you started, ChangeBuy was touted as an innovative idea, an idea that could change future, and it was the grand list of NDTV's the next big online business idea. It won the Leap Innovation Award and many more. I don't want to name all that here. So the question is, how did you decide that this is what you need to do?
Oh,
How
it
did
was
the idea happen?
Yeah, it was this pure accident. I already had a robotics startup wherein we were, importing a lot of robots from Taiwan and, South Korea, and we were working with the IITs and the NITs. And I'd just written a small, blog kind of a thing about how tech should be used to resolve the civic problems. And I was invited on the show. NDTV is the next big online business idea, and it was literally like a reality, show for startups. And this whole idea, kind of kickstarted just there on the show itself. So they
Okay.
asked us logo, and it was hosted. I remember it was hosted by Rajiv Makhani, the guy who hosts Tech Talk and Cell Guru, and it was judged by the who's who of the online world, like Rajiv Anandan and Sanjeev Bikhchandani, of the founder of Naukri.com, and all the bigwigs. So you just went there, and it was more like a social impact, initiative that will use a lot of creative tech to let people report issues from the ground in a very simple manner, unlike what the municipal corporation apps were doing in a very complicated, select ward number and do this and that. They were making it very cumbersome. So this was the whole idea that we'll let users report issues and then we'll send it to the relevant authorities and we'll get them resolved. So it was just pure accident, and we'd won that first episode. I was part of the show, and then I was part of the grand finale where we were the first runner-up. And after that, I think 2-3 years we continued as a social impact initiative. We won a lot of awards, but it wasn't really a business venture. And 3 years after that, in 2016, is when we started, collecting a lot of data in lakhs, and we started selling APIs where people could compare localities based on how good or bad they were civic wise. And we started working with a lot of very big companies like the Adar Poonawalla Clean City Initiative and many others.
And normally there is this trend of popular apps becoming multi-purpose super apps. So like normally this broadens their audience and keeps users engaged with their app for a longer duration. So how did ChangePy evolve over the years? What were the factors that you considered while bringing up the change?
Yeah, so like I said, that we started as a social impact initiative, but eventually, we understood that we'll have to really broaden, our whole, the products or what we were selling as a service. So service that we were selling is the ground data, that you can use this ground data in multiple ways. So we essentially thought it will be just one-on-one thing, that somebody will be reporting an issue and we'll be getting it resolved, and we'll be having some kind of a model around that. But eventually that didn't happen because we realized that the potential was in the the big data, large chunks of data. So we really started, playing around a lot with, that data, and started, getting locality indices, and we started getting into apps in a very, like a bigger level. For example, the dashboards for the management of, these issues, say for the municipalities, or for the management, who's basically going to eventually resolve these issues. So we started playing around with a lot of aspects, just but we always stuck to that core civic tech bit. We didn't really diversify too much, because super apps nowadays, what they are doing is they're getting into everything and anything. So that's essentially what we didn't do, because we were into a space where we were trying to measure our impact by the problems that we were solving. So we didn't really hardcore get into that business bit. No.
And India has become the fastest growing mobile market in recent years. According to some studies, over 19 billion mobile apps were downloaded in 2019. And remember, it was only over 6 billion in 2016. So when you started, the numbers would have been much lesser. So how do you see this growth? What would be the factors behind this leap?
This growth was absolutely expected. In fact, despite the pandemic last year, we were pretty, completely shock resistant is, what everybody is calling it. It's the fastest growing app market in the world. And not very surprisingly, because see, most of the internet time, I think the number is 92% is being spent via mobile. So, this itself, shows how big this is going to be. So, as somebody who's been in this market, I think the potential is huge. And just looking at the fact that the pandemic couldn't stop this, it talks volumes about where we are heading. So this is going to be the big thing. It's already the big thing. So yeah.
The pandemic, in a way, it acted as a catalyst to its growth.
Oh, of course, of course. In fact, I think e-commerce probably was the only, category wherein, compared to the global growth, we didn't match up. But you talk about gaming, you talk about any other category, we are right there. Up. We've already, done big numbers in app growth. So this is going to stay, I think. Just looking at the sheer, time that is being spent on mobile, the internet consumption, 93% is being, done through mobile. So this was completely expected and good news for all of us.
So we can call this, for the app creators, this is a right opportune time, right? More and more Indians are glued to their mobiles, be it e-commerce or entertainment, whatever it is. So we can say that it is a carpe diem moment.
Oh yeah, completely. Everybody should just seize the moment. This is the carpe diem moment, absolutely.
So what was the impact of pandemic on change by? Like, did you explore something else? Or
No, didn't need to, because like I said that the category in which we belong, it wasn't really affected by it. In fact, it came under essential services itself. So in terms of our basic core model, we weren't really affected. So no major effect on us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Navrisham. It was a pleasure having you on Pep Talk. So let's change by find greater heights. Wishing you all success.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anjana. Pleasure talking to you.
Same here. Keep watching Pep Talk. Thank you.